With industry geared up to wartime speed, civilian plants turn to the manufacture of gas masks. This machine stamps the face piece. The eyepiece is first cemented and then fastened securely by this stamping process. Nimble fingers sew the bottom seam. The masks are constantly being inspected during the various stages of construction. The facepiece is taped in place and fastened to the mask. This canister contains the chemicals that purify the air. In this room, the carriers that are to contain the masks are inspected. Even the buttons are put on by machine. The completed mask is now packed into the carrier. Then sealed in cellophane, ready for delivery. A soldier demonstrates the finished product. At Aberdeen Proving Grounds, 2 new vehicles are being tested under various field conditions by the Ordnance Board. The first to be tested is the T-16, a standard half-track M2, which was developed to pull the 105mm howitzer or the 3-inch anti-tank gun. Here, the vehicle encounters the sand course. Its 147 horsepower motor, a white 160AX, drives the T-16 at a normal operating speed of 30 miles an hour without the gun attached, and at a speed of 25 miles per hour when drawing a gun. The dirt washboard course is a type of terrain similar to actual conditions in the field. Bogie wheels have been increased in diameter from 12 to 16 inches. Because of this, and longer rear suspension, the T-16 has 24 inches more ground contact per track than the M2. The mud course is another test the T-16 must successfully pass. The armored top is an added safety feature. Climbing vertical walls of various heights is another test for the vehicle. The total weight of the vehicle is 17,170 pounds. The other vehicle tested is the T-32 motor carriage, standard production medium tank without turret or any top plates. It mounts a 105mm field howitzer model M2A1. The howitzer is mounted near the center of the chassis and fires forward only. The T-32 is driven over the sand course. Vertical walls simulate one type of cross-country travel that the vehicle may encounter in actual combat. Carrying a crew of 3 men, the T-32 was designed primarily as a tank destroyer. Its motor, a Wright airplane engine that is standard for the M3 tank, develops 325 horsepower and drives it at a normal speed of 25 miles per hour. The dirt washboard course provides a good test for the T-32 riding qualities. Total weight of the vehicle is 45,600 pounds. As a final test, the 105mm howitzer mounted on the T-32 is fired. The engineer board conducts a demonstration on hasty obstacles. The primary purpose of these obstacles is to stop or slow up tanks, which makes them vulnerable to anti-tank fire. A medium tank, M3, is first to try to pass the blockade. Only natural material is used in building this type obstacle, which takes from 90 to 120 minutes to build, depending on the number of men employed. A hurdle should be placed in front of the trap, which will slow up the tank considerably. Obstacles are always placed in defile, which makes it difficult to bypass. The terrain is also very important. This obstacle is very well placed. It is on level ground. On one side of the road there is an embankment, while the other presents a sheer drop-off. A log caught in the track has caused it to break. This is a knee brace hasty obstacle. The light tank clears the hurdle, but fails to break through the main obstacle. This is the same obstacle, approached from the opposite direction. A knee brace obstacle, properly constructed, should be able to stop a light tank when approached from either direction. Here is an example of badly placed hasty obstacles. They have been built on a down grade, which will add to the speed of any tank. These light tanks have a speed of 45 miles per hour and have no trouble in passing these traps. In an effort to escape obstacles and enemy fire, this tank leaves the road. Here it encounters a natural obstacle which sometimes proves more effective than one built for this purpose. Although successful on the third attempt, valuable time has been lost, and the vehicle would have been an easy target for anti-tank fire.